It's the 1st of February and Aberdeen need to get back to winning ways. We have a new interim management team in place, and tonight it's all about the reaction and getting back to winning ways. Kick-off at Pittodrie is in 1 hour's time. Team news is coming up. There's a host of other games going on in the Scottish Premiership tonight. Celtic hosting Livingston, Hearts against Rangers, Kilmarnock against Dundee United, and Motherwell against St Johnstone. So there could be significant movement for Aberdeen today, who currently find themselves in the bottom six. A win, coupled with results going our way, could actually see us moving up into fourth place today. So it is vitally important, and it will do so much for spirits if we put a decent performance under our belts today. Hi everybody, how you doing? A very warm welcome to Ali Beg ABTV this Wednesday night. This is the preview show ahead of tonight's big game against St Mirren. How you doing? My goodness, what 24 hours we've had with the various comings and goings. I'm going to give you a little bit of a roundup a little bit later on. We're going to be hearing from Barry Robson as well. But first, let's give you the significant team news, because we have two debuts tonight. So Matty Pollock and Angus MacDonald come in for Liam Scales and the departing Anthony Stewart. And more interestingly, so many people were asking who's going to be the skipper. Well, I can tell you that Graham Shinnie captains the side tonight. Tell me what you think about that move. Is it the right move to make Graham Shinnie the captain? So how could we line up tonight? Could we play a flat back four with potentially Ross at right back, the two new lads in the middle, and then Johnny Hayes at left? And then we'll see the normal Hilber running just in front of them, Graham in the middle, and then we'll see what happens up top as well. But I suspect Miovski will be up, Duke just in behind, and then Leighton will be in midfield as well. So with Matty on the left, Leighton just on the right-hand side of Graham Shinnie. So that's how I think the formation will be tonight. Very interesting. Let's give you the match stats ahead of tonight's game. So Aberdeen are unbeaten in 15 home league matches against St Mirren. St Mirren are winless in 8 away league games, drawing 2, losing 6. The Buddies have failed to score in each of their last 3. And the Dons, as we know, come into the game with the league's worst defensive record and only 1 win in their last 10 games. The referee tonight is Gran Irvin. On VAR is Gavin Duncan. So just before we hear from Barry Robson, a couple of things that I just want to thought I would just chuck in here, obviously for discussion as well. Tonight, I'm again just looking for your thoughts, your comments, so get in touch on YouTube. As always, please leave your comments respectful and do your best not to use bad language, please, if you can. It just helps him with the YouTube platform if you can do that. So the skipper, let me address the skipper. So a lot of people have said, and I actually said this as well, that I'm not sure making a lone player the skipper is the right move. But I'm going to hold my hand up and say that I've actually changed my mind. And having watched the team over the past couple of weeks, where it's just been an absolute nightmare, I think we need a general leader on that pitch, a lieutenant, somebody who can just drive us forward. And I think Graham is perfectly suited to that role. And I think the fact that he's on loan, I don't think it has any bearing on it whatsoever now. So I'm absolutely delighted that he's been made the skipper. Now, I've heard a few sort of rumours going about social media, and I understand why people are doing this. I totally get it. About booing the team onto the pitch and having a go at the players. Now, we all know that the players have been at fault. They were a disgrace against Hibs on Saturday. They were a disgrace to the shirt. And tonight, we are looking for a response. And it's up to them tonight to show professional pride. And I think what's happened has now happened. It's gone. It's history. It's confined to the history books. And I think it's a fresh start. And with Barry and his coaching team in place now, until we find a permanent manager, This is a fresh start for us tonight, and with the new lads that have come in, we just go again. And as I said on Sunday night, whatever night it was, we just dust ourselves down, give ourselves a shake and go. And I think that we all need to come together now. And I don't think booing the team onto the pitch is the right thing to do now. I honestly believe that we need to get behind them. And it's up to them. It will speak 1,000 words tonight what their performance will be like tonight. So let's just wait and see come 7:45 later this evening. Right, so Barry Robson gave a press conference yesterday. It was fascinating to listen to him. Talked a lot about coaching and the group as a whole. So I've pulled out a minute and a half of what I thought was really interesting. So here's Barry Robson speaking at yesterday's press conference.
I think players are hurting, but in this game, you can't take a month off and say, all right, okay, let's go. But you've got to... This is why you've got to give credit to football players as well sometimes. I think you've got to learn how to be strong and come back from when you have a bad week. Listen, I've been a player when it's been difficult. Times you've been down there and you've lost 3, 4, 5 games, but you've got to try and find a way, and you've got to try and fight your way out your corner. Now, it's not just... It doesn't just happen. And you can... People can say what they like, and they can... The amount of times I've heard it, I'm going to do this to build confidence, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. I remember a great coach said to me once that he said, just run about on the pitch. Just run about. And do you know what? You can all laugh at anyone, and you can speak to any great manager, and see when you do that, it's amazing. Things will start to turn for you. Things will start to turn. It's what the fans want. You can start winning second balls. You can start all these basic little things, and I've said that to them today. We're here to help them. We're not here to try and... You've had a bad few games to ridicule or say, why did you do this or why is that? No, it's not about that. You've got to try and help the players, and it needs to come from within, from them as well. We're here to try and help, and we're here to show what it takes to be an Aberdeen player, and we expect the things we expect to see from an Aberdeen player.
So there we are. That was Barry talking yesterday. Okay, just let me open up YouTube and let's see your comments to start with. So, bear with me 1 second when I just open you up. There we are. Hoppala. Let's take that down. Oh, wow. Amazing to see so many of you on tonight. Hi, how you doing? I hope you're all well. Okay, Ewan Grant. Hi, Ewan. How you doing? Many say it's a curse to live in interesting times. Let's hope we prove that wrong from this point forward, starting tonight. Come on, you Reds. 2-1 Aberdeen. Hugh Cullen has come on. Hi, Hugh. Come on, you Reds, he says. Safety Blitz 73. Show us what we've got. Barry, stand free. Laurel 101 is delighted that Graham Shinnie is the captain tonight. Christopher Bray has said, come on, you Reds. Paul Donaldson, Shinnie captain, and the 2 new defenders, McDonald and Pollock, both start. Christopher Bray has said Graham Shinnie will be on a mission. I agree. The new lad, Markanday, is on the bench. Got some interesting information coming up about them shortly. Mr. Harmon. Mr. Harmon, will you please get in touch? Can you send me a DM? I would like to personally thank you for joining the membership scheme here on Ali Beg ABTV, and I'd just like to personally thank you for that. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. Mr. Harmon has said 4 at the back for a change. Maybe it's about time. Paul Donaldson thinks Johnny Hayes will be at left back. Yeah, I agree. Simon Roy said he didn't expect Joe Lewis to be in goals. Possibly the lads, Jay Gorta, the new goalkeeper, maybe his international clearance hasn't come through yet. Don't know. Transmission GGB has said, good evening. Let's hope there's a reaction tonight. 100% we need a reaction. Malcolm Park. Hi, Malcolm. Come on, you Reds. Matthew Call says, come on, the Dandies. John Smith has said, our special little boys better get there together. Watch your language, please, John. Leighton Bremner said, good evening. He fancies a 3-1 win for the Dons. Fraser Gunn is delighted that Graham Shinnie is the captain. Laura 101 has said here the Dutch keeper's clearance hasn't come through yet. Yeah. Andrew's also delighted that Graham is the captain. Dougie0212 makes an interesting point, which has certainly done the rounds recently. If we win tonight, that'll prove that the players done their best to get rid of Jim Goodwin. Chris Watt has said, hi mate, how you doing fella? Charlie Ross, great decision on Shinnie. Yeah, hi Charlie. Paul Simmons has said good evening to everybody. Right, keep your comments coming in. So as we saw, it was quite an exciting transfer window, I thought, yesterday. So let's give you the lowdown on all these new lads that have come in. So let's start with the lad that we brought in from Blackburn, Dylan Markanday. Here he is. Where is the information that I had on him? So Dylan is 21 years old, 5'10". He can play anywhere along the front line. Very exciting prospect according to many Blackburn Rovers fans. And he came through the ranks at Tottenham. Angus MacDonald, who starts tonight. He has signed on a short permanent deal. Joins us after being released by Swindon Town. 30 years old. Made nearly 300 appearances in the English leagues. And he's captained both Barnsley and Swindon. And the very best of luck to him tonight. And he'll be playing alongside Matty Pollock, who's on loan from Watford, 21-year-old defender, played last 20 minutes in their 2-0 defeat at Middlesbrough, so he's fresh and should be match fit. Also played at Cheltenham Town for 2 seasons, where he won the club's Young Player of the Year. And our new goalkeeper, Jay Gorta, on loan from Ajax, 22 years old, played a season at Go Ahead Eagles 2 years ago, where he kept 25 clean sheets, which at the time was a league record. And I would just like to thank Derek Ironside from Newsline Scotland for providing me all of the images that you can see currently on your screen that were also used across the club's social media channels. Let's get back to your comments. Malcolm Parker said, decent performance and a 1-0 win will do and build from there. Aaron McLean, 100% right to make Graham the captain, no brainer. Phil McLean has also said that's a sensible decision. Scott W has said, absolutely ridiculous making a low knee captain. That is actually embarrassing. I have to say, Scott, I respectfully disagree. Daniel Wilkes said, good evening. Hope everyone doing well. Hopefully this new centre-half pairing are an upgrade on the previous pairing. Transmission GGB has gone on to say, McCrory must be a little bit disappointed to be ignored again. I'm sure he is. But I think personally, Ross needs to concentrate on his game at the moment because I don't think he's been playing overly well, particularly for the past 2 to 3 weeks. So just concentrate on playing. Marty Meldrum has said, good evening. Here's hoping that the lads get back to winning ways tonight. Chris Watt has said, good choice for captain. Fraser Gunn has said, hi Fraser, new attacker Markanday sounds impressive after a dig about. Yeah, I actually went on one of the Blackburn Rovers, fans forum, one of those on Twitter, and they were gutted that he was coming on loan. So many of them were hoping that he was going to get more of an opportunity in the first team at Blackburn. Felt that it was also leaving them a little bit short, but many of them were singing his praises. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Kaiser has said, there must be an improvement tonight in defence. Stuart's gone, so no excuses. Hi Kaiser, you okay? Scott W says, he thinks we'll win by 2 or 3 tonight. I certainly hope you're right. Laura McLean has said, Graham plays for the badge 100%. I'm hopeful for a win. Fingers crossed. Erica Mitchell has come on. Hi, Erica. Good evening, everybody. Currently on foot to Pittodrie while watching the show. I love that. What a superstar. Great to see Graham as captain. Come on, you Reds. Fraser Gunn, gutted that Vinny is away. Think there's a player there. Yeah, again, really interesting thoughts. You know, I posted about Vinny last night when the news was announced that he was going. And there was a bit of a mixed reaction to it. A lot of people suggesting that he's a player that went missing during the games. And I think he was certainly guilty of doing that. Some people were suggesting that he had a bit of an attitude problem. I don't know. I liked Vinny. I didn't overly have a problem with him. Some folk thinks that the physicality of the Scottish game just didn't suit him at all. There was a couple of times when I felt he's gone to ground too easy, and he's got to be stronger on the ball. He's got to be able to hold men off a lot better than what he was. I wish the lad nothing but the best of luck. In regards to Anthony Stewart, for me, it was the right call. Absolutely, it was the right call to make. But have you ever heard of a captain that leaves within 6 months of joining a football club? Some statement that. So, but it is, I think it's the right thing to do. And honestly, the very best of luck to the lad. I hope he can pick himself up, dust himself down, and go again. So good luck to the lad. Okay, let's keep going. So many of you are absolutely delighted that Graham Shinney is the captain tonight. Chris Watt he's hoping that he'll be with us full time next season. I think Sean Maloney at Wigan will have something to say about that. Hope I'm wrong. Jason Campbell has said Hilba Ramadani needs to up his game. Yeah, Hilba's been off the boil recently, hasn't he? Daniel Wilkes has said, I genuinely think making Stewart captain backfired on so many levels. New player not knowing the Scottish game, player who doesn't command respect by his standing in the game and ability, added pressure. Yeah, you could be right, Daniel. But, again, with the greatest respect to the lad, we don't have to worry about it anymore. Kaiser has also agreed that we should get behind the team, wipe the slate clean. Jim is now gone. Yeah. Alan McGregor. Hi, Alan. Delighted to see Graham as captain for the short-term goal of rejuvenating the rest of the season. If he gets us to third or fourth, job done. Great to see new defence in place so quickly. Graham Buchan, I assume you haven't got a heater yet? No, I haven't, and I'm still bloody freezing. I've really got to sort it out. It's becoming a bit of a laugh, A bit of an in-house joke. Leighton Bremner, there is good players in that Aberdeen team, just prove it. So it's a really good point, Leighton. The players tonight, I got to be honest, I think we've all given them an absolute doing over the past few days. And now, it's like what I mentioned Monday night. Now it's all about really showing us that you want to pull on that red shirt, that you want to play for Aberdeen, that you want to give your absolute all for that shirt and for our club, and prove it to us, because there are many people that are now doubting it. So go out there. Tonight it's all about being more energetic, winning second balls, having the confidence to get on the ball and get the ball forward quickly. Don't shirk any tackles. If there's a 50-50, go in and win it fairly. Don't shirk the tackle. And be absolutely up for it tonight, because there are so many Aberdeen fans watching you this evening to see how you will respond to that utter debacle which we've seen over the past 10 days or so. So it's a big, big game for the lads tonight, but I have no doubt that Barry will be in that dressing room absolutely lifting their spirits, giving them clear and precise instructions, and just asking them to go out and just express themselves, and let's see what happens. So a few people are asking where the new goalkeeper is. Daniel Wilkes has suggested he hasn't got his visa yet. Yeah, it could be right, Daniel. I had a feeling that was going to be the issue. Alexander Wallace has said, good evening to everybody. I am waiting with bated breath to see how the players respond. Marty Meldrum has said, in times like this, you need to get right behind the lads. You don't kick someone when they're down, so why would you boo the team when they're clearly low in confidence? I agree. We need to get behind the team. Don't boo them onto the pitch tonight, please. Christopher Bray, listen, if Barry does well, he might get the manager's job on a permanent basis. You never know. Malcolm Park has said, Robson speaks well. Let's get behind the team. Goodwin and his captain are gone, so let's move on and get behind the team. We have to move on. Kaiser said, for how bad we've been, we can go fourth tonight with a win. We certainly can, Kaiser, depending on other results. John Smith has said, which Aberdeen will we get tonight? The headless chickens who can't score Aberdeen, or the headless chickens who can't defend Aberdeen. Robert Clark has said, no booing. Come on, you Reds. Hugh Cullen, took my fiancée to her first Dons game on Saturday. She made us stay until the end, and now she's obsessed. Stand free. Good girl. She's a keeper, fella. She's a keeper. Scott W. said, we'll win tonight. The pressure has been released. They'll come out with a bit of freedom. Yeah, you could be right, Scott. James Brown makes an interesting point. Some folks saying it's embarrassing to have a low-knee as skipper. Our situation can't get any more desperate. Get in there, Shinny and the Dons. Lee Doubles has come on as well. Hi, Lee. How are you? Shinny captain, absolutely brilliant. Good call by Robson. Chris Watt has also reiterated the point. Please, no booing tonight. John Smith has said Dylan Markandy is the most 35-year-old looking 21-year-old I've ever seen. Can't be bothered. Makes an interesting point. He asks an interesting question. He wants to know and think about the Polish boy that's been linked with the manager's job. Now, I wrote some notes on that, lad. Where did I put it? Here we are. Right, so, forgive my Polish. Czesław Michniewicz, I think is how you pronounce it. So he was the Poland manager during the World Cup, and he obviously got them to the latter stages for the first time in 36 years. He's 52 years old. He's won Polish titles with Legia Warsaw in 2021 and Zagłębie Lubin in 2007. With Legia Warsaw, he led them to the group stages of the Europa League, where they beat both Spartak Moscow and Leicester City. But what's interesting is that it's his assistant that allegedly has come out and has made these statements. And his assistant is a guy called Kamil Pittodrie, and he confirmed that they're both ready to talk to Aberdeen, but have not officially applied for the job. Now, I do have one condition if we're going to bring in these guys. You must bring Robert Lewandowski with you. So again, it's the point I was making on Monday about the Football Monitoring Board doing their due diligence, taking their time and making sure that they cross all the T's and dot all the I's when it comes to looking for our new manager. It's why I gave you the Adi Hütter information, the Austrian coach that I've kept a close eye on for a number of years while living in this region, because there are coaches out there with the highest caliber of coaching, and they are available. So all we're asking is that the football club do their due diligence, because these guys are out there. Let's get back to your points. Lee Doubles has come on again and said, look forward to seeing our two new centre-backs, Pollock and McDonald. Charlie Ross is on. Hi, Charlie. Shows that when Jim came in, he should have used the League Cup group stages and early games to think about the permanent captain. Stewart never suited the captaincy, especially at a club like ours. I agree. Alma Pal, fella, you've just become an ABTV contributor. Thank you so much. That's absolutely thrilling. Brilliant, mate. I will tell you a little bit about the membership scheme another time. It's just basically a way that you guys can help me build the channel here. Thank you, Alma Pal. That's just superb. I'm touched, mate. Craig Robb makes a very good point. He says, first 15 to 20 minutes tonight are so crucial. Boys need to come out of the traps quick, set a tempo and show the fans that they're ready to put a shift in. Battle for every ball and get the crowd on side. That's so important. Get the crowd on side. Leighton Bremner is asking, any news about our new manager? Nothing. Not a thing. I think, and I'm sure you'll agree, that by putting Barry in and bringing the boy Agnew in as well, I think that was a sign of intent that they're just going to take their time. And they have to take their time. Don't rush into it. I always felt they rushed into it with Jim Goodwin, didn't make the right appointment, respectfully. And this time they have to absolutely 100% get this right. So just take your time. Do you know, Andy Sawyers makes it's such an interesting point about what you guys are saying here about Graham being the captain, being an on-loan player, and Anthony Stewart being away. So he's asked. So at the end of the season, when Shinnie goes back to Wigan, does Stewart get the armband back when his loan is over? Well, I think, honestly, that we will sell Anthony Stewart on, and I really hope that we're able to do a deal with Wigan to bring Graham in permanently. Charlie Howie has said, let's hope the new guys settle in quickly and we get a good result tonight. Transmission GGB said, no point in booing the team when it's a fresh start. Agree. Lorraine Baxter, hi Lorraine. She says, good evening. I'm in the minority, but I think it's really disrespectful to McCrory giving captaincy to Shinnie. I get you. I totally get you. But I think Ross just needs to concentrate on his game at the moment. That's all I think. John Bleasdale. Hi, John. 9 of the 11 who hid on Saturday. Time to stand up and be counted. No more hiding, please. Good point, John. Paul Simmers has said that he was gutted that Vinny was away. He was a decent enough player with a lot of potential. Kevin Grant has said, I'm expecting a defeat tonight. Tough going into a game with 2 new centre-backs and a shaky goalie. Expected to see more changes, to be honest. Raymond Jugud has said, need to see fight and passion tonight, and 3 points would be great. Malcolm Parker said, sweating here in the car watching the show beside Pittodrie. I love the fact that some of you are watching before you even go into the ground. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. Right, guys, so we've done nearly half an hour, so I'm gonna sign off so that you guys can get to the ground if some of you are still watching. So, tonight we're going to try something new. This is what we're going to try. So, at half-time, I'm going to come back live, and I want to react immediately to how the first half went. So, it's a little bit of an experiment, but what I'm looking for you to do is to basically come and join me. And come and tell us your feelings and your thoughts about how we played in that first half. Now, I know it means a little bit of juggling about online, but what I'll do is about 5 minutes before the end of the first half, I'll send a brand new link where you just click on, or just jump on YouTube and you know where to find me. So that's what I'll do. But I'd be absolutely thrilled to get you on at halftime. And look, it's just an experiment, just to see, if there's a need for it, if there's a call for it, if there's a desire to do halftime shows. I think it could be quite good fun, if I'm being honest. So all that's left to say is basically the very best of luck to the lads tonight, and let's get right behind them. It's a fresh start. Let's start tonight with nothing but positivity. I think that's what we have to do. It's all we can do. Let's just drive them forward and hope the boys really sort themselves out. They've given themselves that shake that they needed, and tonight they really show us that they want to play for Aberdeen. So thank you for coming on. It's been brilliant having you on tonight. So hopefully I'll see you at halftime. If I don't see you at halftime, I'll see you tomorrow for the review show. So enjoy the game tonight. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.